Bros Productions is proud to present Kansas City Jets High School Travel Hockey. Kansas City Jets Hockey is brought to you by Bickelmeyer Meats, the Bortnick Law Firm, Edward Jones Investments, Goodwin Homeworks, Jeremy Franklin Automotive, the Kansas City Ice Center, Kansas Financial Resources, KC Ice, the Kohler Bortnick Team, Three Peaks Lawn Care, the Midwest High School Hockey League, and Beck Bros Productions. Now, Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome out to the Mason City Ice Arena here in Mason City, Iowa. Joel Becker and Gary Scabona, Kansas City Jets Hockey. The Jets taking on the Mason City Mohawks for the fourth time this weekend. JV with a pair of wins. The varsity with a disappointing loss yesterday, blowing a 3-goal lead in the third period to end up with a 6-5 shootout loss. And we'll see whether or not they can come back here in this Sunday morning tilt against this same team.
Different goalie today, Joe.
Yes, it looks like.
Nelson's in net, not Barr.
And, of course, on our side, it's Zach Pedersen.
Pedersen's in net for us.
Getting this start. So Barr played okay yesterday, but it's Nathan Foster.
Yeah, this is their this line right here, this first line is their key line for them. Everything runs around them. So we need to they had all their goals yesterday, so
much deeper bench on the varsity side for this Mohawk team.
They got the guys, the swing players, and then Cam just missed the swing players and the JV guys all came up. So right there is
and
Harrison.
A sharp angle shot and a save there by Foster as Harrison Ibis.
Harrison likes those tough angle shots, doesn't he?
Sometimes.
Get it to him.
And there's the shot by Lobon that went high off the glass behind the net. So we're just underway.
I thought he was just going to kind of flick that to Cam off to the side there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and, you ever get the impression, I sometimes think, is that's going to come in front and covered up by Pedersen. Sometimes I think Harrison makes things tougher on himself than he needs to.
Yeah, no, I mean low ball right there.
No, I know, but
Harrison, he takes it
back to those.
He's got those tough angle shots.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Those that like sometimes it seems like he wants to do things that are hard to do.
Right. Yeah.
As opposed to sometimes where you the old KISS technique of keeping it simple.
Yeah.
As that was blind, and a lot of times you can have a lot more success that way. But he, obviously being a talented player and, a lot of speed and good hands and so on and so forth, sometimes he tries to do things where it might just be easier to do the simple thing.
Right.
But at any rate, here's Kaufman with the puck for the Jets. Just underway.
Got an opportunity here.
And he went right up the middle, but ends up coming on goal as he tried to slip it toward the net and get around the defenseman, but couldn't do it. And so we'll get a whistle and a face-off. To the left of Nathan Foster, who we saw yesterday in the JV game for a little bit.
Right. We kind of split duties yesterday.
Yeah, we have not seen Wesley Featherstone.
We're not going to.
Yeah. He doesn't seem to be here, I don't think.
Well, he used to be, when I was talking to the team mom here, so he used to be a skater, and last year he converted to goalie in the Bantam division late in the season. So right now he's kind of still learning the position. So he's more of a practice goalie right now, they're saying.
Okay. Well.
Practice goalie, emergency fill-in until he gets comfortable only being a freshman. Making the switch to goalie late in his career. So good for him.
Wonder what motivated him to do that.
I don't know. That I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. All right, Hacker trying to pick up the loose puck along the far boards. And the Mohawks send it around to the near side. So long or slow start for both of these teams yesterday. We had a scoreless first period.
We only had 2 shots in the first. Come on.
4-2 were the shots in the entire
got to
period.
make a better pass than that.
We
only had 4 in the whole period, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was 6 in the whole period. 4-2.
Right. 4-2. We got 3 between
teams.
us right now. There's a shot.
And it comes top of the circle, Dorley. And that went off of Foster, I believe, and ended up going wide of the net.
That's too. If they didn't give their goalie a shot there, that's too bad.
Whitrock was taken hard into
he
the
had
boards.
one.
Dorley kept in momentarily, but not very long. And now it is taken by Lang. He'll dump it in. Kirby back of the net, or in the corner, I should say. Now he'll go back of the net. And played it ahead. Whitrock in the middle for Hacker. He was unable to get it out, but luckily for him, it was Cooper Scott over there was paying attention to the body and not the puck. And so he just skated right by it. Shot by Dorley was well wide. Loba over there, got it to Dorley. He'll just send it into the near corner. Go after for it does Loba. And it's rung around far side. Zimlich off the bench, tried to stop it. It was kept in for a moment by Bortnick, but then it was knocked away.
Briscoe.
Or
Bortnick graduate.
Yeah, sorry. Briscoe.
Plays for the Buffalo University now, club team.
Ah, good for him.
Yep.
In the meantime, it's going to be Scott for it with the Mohawks, and they'll dump it in, and the Mohawks are changing. We've played 4.5 minutes here. And
where's the trip? There it is.
And an early power play coming up as Briscoe. That was an inadvertent trip.
Right.
But it happens that way.
Inadvertent?
Anyway.
Don't matter.
They all count the same as Dylan Bieber will go off. And so the Jets will have an opportunity for an early lead here with the power play.
He kept the power play the same. Yep. He talked a little bit about changing, but I guess you don't want to do it right midstream of the season. I mean, before a practice. So
Loba got it back to Zimlich, but he fumbled the puck, and it comes out to center ice. Jets will need to set up again. Zimlich and Albertson on the points. Loba up front with Makowitz and Maddox. So again, two defensemen up front. There's Albertson, a shot that goes wide of the net. Zimlich back of the net. It comes in front and pinballs around. Eventually comes out to center ice. Here's Albertson again. He'll gain the zone on right wing. His shot went off a stick and high off the glass. Comes over to Zimlich at the point. He'll send it half boards to Loba. Now down low to Maddox. Maddox and Loba. The puck loose in the slot area, and it comes loose to Albertson. Thought about shooting and ended up sending it back of the net. Makowitz there. Over to Loba, half boards on the far side. He had it poked away, but it comes to Zimlich. Made a move. Got it in. Gets it back from Loba, but couldn't get the shot on goal, and it's swept away past Albertson and back into the Jets' end. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Both teams make some changes. And Zimlich across for Maddox. He'll work in on right wing. Excuse me, that was Albertson. And Maddox gets it back in the corner, plays it in front. Makowitz couldn't get it on goal.
Uh-oh, he's going in.
And there is going to be a penalty.
He might be a boarding, too.
We shall see. It's going to be an elbow.
Okay.
And so that will nullify the last 18 seconds of the power play. And so we'll skate 4-on-4 for 18 seconds and then a almost full power play for the Mohawks.
Yeah.
So the Jets will be over.
Mohawks were 2 for 3 yesterday, or maybe for power plays.
Well, they had that major one.
Well, they had a goal in the first power play, and then they
did score on the major one.
They got the major one, so they had at least 2.
Yeah, 2, but I'm not sure if it was for 3 or more. I don't remember how many.
I don't remember the
power plays. How many power plays they had.
I know they had at least 2 goals.
Yep. So 4-on-4 hockey for another couple of seconds here, and now the Mohawks go on the power play. So that goes off a stick, so no icing. Caldwell back of the net. And he plays it up ahead, and then Dorley sends it the length of the ice. Bieber will try and set things up as the Mohawks break out to center. In the middle, that goes off of one man, and then Caldwell will just send it down the ice. Out of the net, Foster left it for Bieber. Davis blew a tire back in the net. I could be wrong, but I'll bet this.
Speed to get back.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I'll bet as Briscoe lost a stick. Rebound, they score. Power play goal. just like yesterday, although not in the first period.
Jesus.
The Mohawks able to strike first on the power play, in this case after the Jets had their chance.
That was a rebound, juicy rebound, and we lost our defenseman lost a stick, so it was wide open.
So 1-0 our score. 7 minutes 15 seconds into this first period.
That's what I talked about, Joe. Let's see what the adversity. Mohawks have scored the last 4 goals between these this game between the two of us.
Yeah.
3 yesterday and now this one. So
plus the shootout.
Plus the shootout, but we got 1 in the shootout. But so I'm just saying right now, we got to see how we react to this.
Need to angle your camera work up a little bit. You're putting people behind the scoreboard.
There you go.
Just so you know. By the way, when we get our new equipment, possibly as early as next week, I'm thinking about changing that so that the scoreboard's on the bottom instead of the top.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So that seems to be the. Remember, we did this 10 years ago when we put this up in the first place.
Yeah.
And in that 10 years, it seems to be the more common thing now to put the scoreboard on the bottom of the screen.
I haven't noticed that in the other webcasts I've jumped on.
Yeah. So we'll see. Pay in front, shot, and they score again. 2-0. A defensive breakdown again for the Jets. The first one you could possibly blame them on losing a stick, but that one, we'll take another quick look here.
That's our top D, too.
Yeah. So they just left the front of the net completely empty. You've got Maddox on one side, and then actually, as it turned out, the other defenseman, Albertson, was in the process of committing a penalty
right
on the other side.
Oh, well, that's 5 unanswered goals, Joe.
Yeah, well, the Jets are going to need to get their act together and start turning on the offense a little bit here, if they can. As
of right now, not too good first period. Third period and the first period.
Shots are 5-2 for the Mohawks. They lead it 2-0. A little over halfway past the first period of play. Whitrock will send it, and Caldwell up ahead on left wing. Whitrock couldn't handle that pass. Now it's sent the length of the ice. That should be an icing call, and it is against the Mohawks. So Zimlich line will come out with Loba and Ibis. And obviously, it comes right to the top of that crease. And Ibis was in the general area, but he couldn't get to it before it went on goal, and Foster just covered up. Foster did give up a few goals in the JV game yesterday when he was filling in. So you would think he's a beatable goaltender. Loba, he's taken to the boards. Puck hits him as they try and clear it. Now Ibis picks it up. It was swept away from him, and Kirby couldn't keep it in. Comes out to center ice. So that pass kind of handcuffed him.
What the heck are we doing?
And Kirby back of the net. He takes a hit, but he plays through it, works up on left wing, had it poked away. Backhand shot right on, saved Pedersen, and he covers up eventually on the rebound, and we'll get a whistle. Like you said, I mean, defensively, we are sometimes, we've been sloppy this weekend at times.
It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. Things not going our way right now.
So 2-0 the score, 7.5 minutes to go in the first period. Lots and lots of time.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Makowitz with it. He'll play it up ahead. Kaufman will catch up to it. Works in on right wing, overskated. You see, that's the other thing. I was about to say this before and kind of got caught up with it. Makowitz with a good hit on Bieber, and Krugel to Makowitz, and he lost an edge and lost the puck. But I was going to say, I got to wonder with the Toros game yesterday and then the 2 games, we're going to get a slashing call now on Pryor, I believe.
Oh, great. There we go in the penalty box. We're so good at killing penalties this weekend.
So Tristan's going to go off 2 minutes for slashing. But after the Toros game, then we had our JV game, then our varsity game, and now a JV game. I got to think that the ice must just not be in very good shape because, I mean, on both sides you're seeing guys blow tires over and over again, just losing an edge with nothing going on. But no, more than that, how many times have guys just fumbled the puck, lost it? And so you got to wonder whether or not maybe the ice has got quite a few ruts in it or problems with it. Power play here for the Mohawks. They are 1 for 1 so far and lead it 2-0. The Jets clear at the length of the ice. It's not an excuse. You just have to. I mean, both teams are playing on the same ice, but I am noticing that guys like Ibis and Kaufman and even right there Makowitz losing edges and losing the puck. Krugel lost it as well earlier.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could just be
they're not losing edges. Maybe our Sharpton's not doing great.
Well, that could have something to do with it. But we've seen Mohawk players
Matty does
as well.
a good job. So
boy, that looked offsides, by the way, but doesn't matter as the Jets. Those new Sparks things have laser guided.
Yeah, we still have the old machine.
I know. I always the rink has one of their automatic units, and I use the one that they have when I do my own skates.
Yeah.
It's an art form. Where's Blade Patrol? So, but no, supposedly they said that it can sharpen within like 1/10,000th of an inch or something like that with these laser guided
right
things. Anyway, half a minute to go in the power play. 5.5 in the first period. Jets trailing 2-0. Up ahead, Bieber actually knocked it away from his own teammate Canteras, and now we get an offsides. Still 16 seconds to go in the man advantage. Shots are 6-3 for the Mohawks, but they've scored 2 goals on those 6 shots. Can't really blame Pedersen. They were all point blank, and he had no help from his defense on either one. Clean win by Dorley, but he didn't send it to anybody. Maddox goes back, rings it around, and comes out to center. Back for it, Riley for the Mohawks. And then a nice little read and an intercept, and here's Maddox shorthanded trying to work in on goal. A shot and a save by Foster. And the rebound came out, but it was taken over by the Mohawks. Now Albertson will dump it back in.
Even
penalty's
strength.
Over. So Pryor out of the box.
See if we can get one here.
And Albertson plays it in the middle. Here's Dorley. He'll work ahead. Dorley on right wing. Dorley in on goal. A long shot high off the glass behind the net. Kept in by Maddox at the point. He took a hit. And the puck is sent into the Jets' end.
Jets need to get one. Go down. You'll only be down 2-1 after one.
Zimlich trying to go coast to coast himself. He centers one, and Loba was right there. He did get a stick on it, but he never got the shot through. Now the Jets do keep it in. Loba. I have noticed that and it is still very early on in the season, as Ibis gloved it down but couldn't keep it in. That there have been times anyway in which the Jets, there are a lot of guys out there that are trying to do too much themselves.
Right.
The coast to coast runs. So it'll be an icing call here. I like that one with Zimlich. I mean, he had eventually he did center it, but he basically tried to carry one side to the other, and that's not an easy thing to do in this league.
No.
And but that's part of what happens when you're developing into a team, knowing what your teammates are going to do, where they're going to be, stuff like that. Shot right on, and a save.
Got in the middle.
And another shot, and that one went over the net as Pierce was pinching in. And the Jets get it out to center ice. Kaufman will come up left wing. He's ridden off the puck. The puck comes to an open wing near side. And now it's kicked ahead by Pierce and taken by Kirby. He'll work up. He was hooked a bit. Fights through it. He'll work in. That actually looked offsides on us that time. And the puck comes in. Pryor, a backhand shot. That hit a skate. Gets it back. Another shot. And he put it right through the crease area wide of the goal. Brody Lee couldn't stop it, and it comes back into the Jets' end. 3:16 to go here in the first period. Lee with a puck on right wing. He'll hit the red line and dump it in. Jets will chase after for it. Comes up the near side boards and out to center ice. Back for it, Makowitz. Caldwell try to dump it in, does. Jets are changing behind the play. In the meantime, here's Makowitz keeping it in at the point. Played off the boards. Referee's kind of in the way there, unfortunately, for the Jets. But here's Dorley, a shot. And again, he missed the net. He's had a few. That's got to be at least the third or fourth in this game where he's got a lot on it, but he hadn't come anywhere close to the net. Put one high over it. That one was wide. There was an earlier one that was wide as well. Now we get a whistle.
See, Dorley's stupid there. He was going over the puck, and he ran into the referee, and then he started yelling at the referee because he was in his way.
And unsportsmanlike conduct.
He's down for 10 minutes.
No, 2. It'll be unsportsmanlike conduct.
But I'd rather see him down 10. We're horrible. I'm just saying, we're not too good right now in our penalty kill.
Yeah. I didn't put anything up on the board, but I think they're trying to make sure, they're trying to see whether or not they're supposed to put it on the clock, but they are. The signal he gave was for a 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct, not a 10. And yeah, he was just yelling at him for being in the way.
Yeah,
and
that's not smart.
And the truth of the matter is he had been in the way a couple of times in that play.
But you can't be yelling at him.
He's not trying to be in the way. It doesn't matter. So, long shot goes wide off the stick of Hubbard, and the Jets get it to the line, but not out. Now straight away, another long shot hit traffic in front off the stick of Emmett Riley. He'll get it at the right point again. Walks the line, does Riley. Pulls up and sends it across on the right side. Long shot, stick save. That time by Pettersson. Jets trying to get to the loose puck.
And that's a charge.
Yeah, there's going to be
that could be a charge.
Well, we'll see. I think we're going to probably see an elbow or
interference. Now he gave him 10, so he will be out.
So I think we're seeing that on both sides. Frustrated players that are just not keeping their mouths shut. And this referee is not having any of it. Right. I don't blame him either, by the way.
So he should be giving him a 2, right?
2? It'll be a 2 and a 10.
I don't see the 2 up.
Not yet. They were late in getting the other one up, too.
All right. And he's going to get a 10, okay.
So we'll skate 4-on-4 for 1:27. The Jets will have a short power play after that.
Come on, guys. We got to get at least one goal here.
Maddox and Albertson played it in front. He tried to play it through the middle, and I think the 2 forwards thought he was going to shoot it.
I would have rather seen him shoot that.
I agree. That was probably the right play, but he didn't. And here's Zimlich with it. He'll work out there with Whitrock. Maddox and Albertson. Zimlich again. Trying to weave his way through that.
Ref got away again.
Yeah, clearing pass hit him. And again, I guarantee you that's not what he wants. It hurts. Lang with the puck in his own zone. He'll circle around, comes right through the middle, but Jets were changing behind the play, so nobody was at that point. Now here's Kirby. Cross for Caldwell. His pass hit a leg, but it's carried on by Ibis. Ibis trying to use his speed on right wing. He'll work in.
Bad angle again.
Yeah. And he put it off the side of the net.
You're going to make that shot once in every 100 times.
Right.
The thing is, he's made it a couple times. So.
Yeah, and that's what unfortunately gives him the belief that he should keep trying.
Right.
As that shot went right on and saved and hung on to.
He'll make one of those again this year.
No question, at some point, but it's just not a high percentage shot. Like in that situation, he would have been better off going behind the net, coming out the far side, and looking for somebody in front.
Right.
Loba on the draw. He got it to the side, but nobody there for the Jets as we're still 4-on-4. Puck loose in the center ice area, and Kirby. He'll dump it in with 45 seconds to go in the period. Jets go on the power play in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Briefly anyway. Caldwell up ahead. Ibis, he'll just dump it in cross corner. Low ball after for it. Mohawks got there first and they'll clear it. Here's Dorley out of the box with 20 seconds left to go. Ibis again sends it cross corner. Again, the Mohawks get there first. This time it was stopped at the point though by Kirby. Along pass toward the front for Ibis, I think. And now Dorley, 10 seconds left. Center right there, and he missed it. Then a shot right on, and a save by Foster. And he covers up with low ball on the doorstep. Shot by Briscoe. And with 5.4 seconds left to go, technically this power play is going to extend to the next period by a fraction of a second.
Yeah.
I don't know, would you pull the goalie here?
Still don't got much time.
Obviously they didn't do it, but centering pass. If that had gotten to Makowitz, he would have had a chance to shoot it, but it never did get to him, blocked at the defense. And the first period comes to a close with the Mohawks with the only goals. They lead it 2-0 after 17 minutes of hockey here from the Mason City Arena. So Mohawks on top 2-0. We'll take a break and come back with the first period intermission after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey on the Jets Hockey Network.
Woo-hoo! Jeremy Franklin here from Jeremy Franklin Automotive. This week, everyone's talking about my sale. Why? Down payments are just $2. Woo-hoo! Trade-ins, I'll pay up to $4,950 over appraised value, even if you owe too much. Woo-hoo! Why am I doing this? Because it's summer, I'm excited about life, and you should be too. Woo-hoo! Now let's all say it together. Woo-hoo! It's my most outrageous sale ever, but only for a limited time. Call today, come in today, whatever you do, don't delay, because today's the day. Woo-hoo! Is your credit PU? You'll scream woo-hoo when we approve you. My one and only for the people credit approval process is the real deal. Woo-hoo! So get a nicer, newer car for just $2 down. And bring in your old clunker and get up to $4,950 more than what it's worth. Woo-hoo! This month only for the first 71 customers. I'm Jeremy Franklin. Come see us at Jeremy Franklin Automotive, South Kansas City. Call 816-523-6900 or jeremyfranklin.com. jeremyfranklin.com, where you'll always be another satisfied customer.
Call 816-595-9000 for terms and conditions.
How you doing? Richie the Iceman Zamboni here for Kansas City Ice Center. You know, my mother always told me, Iceman, there are 3 things every kid should know. How to ride a bike, how to make mac and cheese and not interrupt my soap opera, and how to ice skate. Well, the Iceman can't help you with your culinary difficulties with your children, but Kansas City Ice Center can sure get you going with those ice skating lessons. Send your kids to Kansas City Ice Center, and they'll be skating like they grew up in Alaska in no time. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 is setting up group lessons now for kids of all ages. And when kids are skating, they ain't getting into no trouble. They're having a good time and they're making new friends. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 and online at kcicecenter.com. Put your kids on ice at Kansas City Ice Center. It's cool.
Buying or selling a home is one of the most important investments of your life. When it comes to choosing an agent, look for top performance and customer satisfaction. Combined with state-of-the-art resources and support provided by Reese Nichols, the Kohler-Bortnick team provides a one-stop shopping approach to real estate, customized and put to work for you. The Kohler-Bortnick team is absolutely committed to your satisfaction through superior marketing and constant communication. The Kohler-Bortnick team, honesty, exposure, results. It's what they stand for and what they deliver. Hey, if it's good enough for Jets assistant coach Radoslav Ilo to be part of the Kohler-Bortnick team, it's good enough for you. This Jets webcast is brought to you in part by Bicklemeyer Meats, the Bortnick Law Firm, Edward Jones Investments, Goodwin Homeworks, KC Ice, Kansas Financial Resources, and Three Peaks Lawn Care. Thanks to all the sponsors and supporters of Kansas City Jets hockey.
Welcome back out to the Mason City Arena. Joel Becker and Gary Scabona here on Kansas City Jets hockey. Jets trailing the Mohawks 2-0 after 17 minutes of hockey. And so obviously both are all the highlights from, or whatever you want to call them, from this first period will be on the Mohawk side. Shots on goal in the first period were 7 each. So 7-7, but the Mohawks with the only 2 goals, the first one coming about 7 minutes in. And, again, situation here where we'll talk about it. The Jets look like they're set up pretty well right here. You got Kirby and Briscoe playing defense. And Briscoe right there actually looks like, now that I'm looking at this, it looks like that Devin Dorley actually knocked Briscoe's stick out of his hands. You can see that right there. It's Dorley who was going for the sweep check right there, and he actually knocked Briscoe's stick out of his hands instead of the other guy. And then the original shot with the rebound, and again Briscoe. And here's another thing about this. So we'll take another look here. So Briscoe gets the stick knocked out of his hands right there by Dorley, but watch what he does. He goes after his stick as opposed to looking for a body to take. And that allowed the Mohawk player to get his own rebound here as he took the shot, went right after his own rebound, and scored on the rebound. And so that was the first goal of the game. And then the second one coming not too long after that, as behind the net, they played it in front. And another goal, and once again talking about just taking a look at defense and how much help the goaltender is getting. So there is Maddox behind the net, and he does exactly what he's supposed to do here, where the puck was coming out, so he goes to the front. He knows that Pedersen can knock it behind the net, which he does, but then Then Mason City picks it up, and so our other defenseman, though, was Albertson. So he's off screen. That's him right there on the left side as he goes off screen there in the corner. And I assume he laid a hit down, but he was late getting back. So that's Albertson, but he doesn't really get to the front of the net as you've got a player on the other team that's behind the net. You've got Maddox, who has somebody, he's got to try and choose. Do I go after the puck carrier, or do I try and cover the person who's in front of the net? And eventually he goes toward the puck carrier, thinking there's going to be a wraparound try. He does actually get the stick on the wraparound try, but because of that, he left that player, was the other player there all by himself. And again, you've got Albertson, who's coming in from the other side, and all he does is cross-check down to players, so he was committing a penalty at the time. That wasn't going to get called anyway. And in the meantime, wide open from the top of the crease, and even at the Midwest High School Hockey League level, they're not going to miss that all that often. Nothing that Pedersen could do. And so that's how we got to where we are at 2-0. So hopefully they can go over some of that stuff in the locker room here in the first period intermission, and maybe the Jets can start turning things around. They did end up scoring 5 goals yesterday, so they need to get their work boots on. In the meantime, this one, a story for you called The Good Old Days, is our Heartland memory from the late David Lewis here in this first period intermission on Kansas City Jets hockey.
Hello, I'm David R. Lewis. I'm glad you could join me for Theater of the Mind. In this Heartland memory from my childhood, we're going back in time to the good old days. I went to the grocery store yesterday. That's not big news. I'm no stranger to grocery stores, but on this occasion, I was transported back in time to Dave Brumfield's General Store in my hometown in the mid-1950s. Ah, yes, the good old days. Now, before we get all wound up about the social issues of the time, the myth of the good old days, and the rest of the claptrap some naysayers rely on to feel superior and salve their consciences, let me say that in some instances, they are exactly right. But to an 8-year-old in my humble village of less than 1,000 people, however, social issues meant who your best friend was, and we lived in a different world. There was no daycare. There were parents. If a kid didn't have 2 of them, somebody had died. There was no preschool or kindergarten. We spent our first 6 years at home, being kids. Then we became students. Soccer was something you did to a girl if she wouldn't leave you alone. And nothing was as pretty as a brand new baseball. Many of us had jobs before we were 10. We swam in the lake or the river. Summer evenings were spent on the porch or at the Friday night free movie in the park. The Salk vaccine for infantile paralysis was a godsend because parents weren't afraid of August anymore. And vacation Bible school was boring. Some things never change. But back to Dave Brumfield's General Store. Dave Brumfield was my grandfather's sister's husband. The store was on the same lot as their house at the intersection of their street and Highway 150. I don't know what the name of the street was. The streets didn't have names. We knew where everybody lived. The store was small, even to me. Dave stocked things like sugar and salt-cured hams that hung on strings from nails, lard in buckets, bacon wrapped in burlap, flour in cloth bags, maple syrup in tins that looked like cabins, beef and chicken in tubs of ice, Coca-Cola and 7-Up in a water-filled cooler, sugar in paper bags, eggs you had to bring your own basket for, milk in bottles with 6 inches of cream on top, Barlow pocket knives, diamond matches, whorehound candy, a name that cracked us up when we got a little older, kerosene at 15 cents a gallon, and once in a while, a channel catfish or two on ice. Salmon came in cans. A shrimp was somebody little, and nobody would have known what orange roughy was. Dave Brumfield had been wounded in World War I and was never in good health, so when word circulated that a new store was coming to town, he was grateful to retire. The rest of us didn't realize his retirement signaled the end of an era, but it did. You see, the new store was something called an IGA food liner. None of us knew what that was, but it sounded awesome. Food liner. It had to be something pretty special. They built it close to the Baptist church, tore down 5 or 6 old houses just to make room for the thing. They put in a parking lot. There wasn't a store in town with a parking lot, and this one even had big tall lights in it. Nothing like this had ever happened before. Then, one fateful day, it opened. That evening, even though it was in easy walking distance of my home, my grandparents and I took the old 49 Plymouth. Didn't want to waste that parking lot. We approached it in awe. The place was a fraction of the size of a major henhouse market, but to us, the mothership had landed. The outside was all lit up. The parking lot was like daytime. The doors opened by themselves. Inside, the endless brightly lit aisles displayed more goodies than any of us had ever seen in one spot. Good grief! You put the stuff on the table to pay for it, and it moved away from you toward the lady at the cash register all by itself. My little town had been invaded by selection and convenience. The next week, the IGA food liner had a grand opening on Friday night. The usual free movie in the city park was canceled. It couldn't compete with that. A band played in the parking lot. And I recall my grandfather saying that the whole damn town was there as he registered for the big drawing. Grand prize was $300 silver. Near the end of the evening, the drawing was held. Minnie Parnell won a $20 gift certificate. Our next-door neighbors were awarded a brand-new pressure cooker. Some other folks won some stuff, and then came the biggie. The MC reached into the big glass case and announced the winner. Frank White, my granddad. The $300 silver were in a mesh potato sack, and when the guy passed it down to my grandpa, the sack broke, scattering the tinkling coins throughout the crowded parking lot. For the next few minutes, a steady stream of people brought my grandfather money. When we got home, he counted it. 299 silver dollars. The next day, somebody stopped him on the street and gave him the last one. And that is 300 of the reasons they call it the good old days. At least that's how it seems to me. I'm David R. Lewis. Thanks for dropping by Theater of the Mind.
Welcome back out here to the Mason City Arena. Joel Becker and Gary Scabona, Kansas City Jets hockey. Jets trailing the Mohawks 2-0 as we get set to go for the second period of play. Still waiting for the teams and officials to get out there onto the ice. if nothing else, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the conversations that was taking place on both locker rooms was get yourselves under control as far as the officials are concerned. Because in both teams' cases, they have managed to hurt themselves by mouthing off to officials. So I would imagine at least part of the conversation from both locker rooms was shut up to the officials.
Definitely ours.
Technically, there is still a fraction of a second left to go on the Jets power play. And so they're eventually going to be 0 for 2 after they drop the puck here. And I believe the Mohawks are 1 for 2, or they scored both. They didn't score both of those on the power play. It was just one.
Yeah.
And I think they've only had 2 power plays.
Right.
So they're 1 for 2.
They're 1 for 2, and we're 0 for 1.
And
well, I guess 0 for 2 because we got a 5-second one.
Right.
Do they count that as a power play opportunity?
They do, even if it's only a second.
Really?
In our case, it was 30 seconds total. It was the.
Was it? Yeah.
We skated 4-on-4, and then it was about 30 seconds total. But if there's any time at all you're on the power play, it counts. That is one of those things that I've always thought was weird about the way they do power play figuring. The stats is, you can actually have a higher than 100% power play efficiency. If you get a major and score more than 1 goal, you could actually have 200% on the power play or 300% on the power play. If the first power play you got for the season was a major and you scored 3 goals, your power play efficiency would be 300%.
Yeah.
And then like you said, the other thing is you could literally have a 2-second power play if you had a penalty and then they drop the puck and then immediately there's a like a instigator penalty or something like that.
We're doing a little line changes here.
Yeah. So teams are back to 5-a-side.
He's got defense change, and he's got a forward change too. Got to try something different. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So Makowitz out there with Kirby right now.
Yeah. That means Albertson's probably going to play with. I know Albertson. He's mixing up Albertson and Maddox. I know that.
Yeah. Well, I was showing during the intermission. When
my guess Maddox is going to go with Caldwell. Oh, come on.
Yeah. Jets a little sloppy in their own zone. And Hacker, who's out there with Loba and Zimlick.
Hacker got creamed, but no penalty.
Yeah. And now Makowitz after for the loose puck. He'll just play it up the boards. It stays in, though. Shot by Riley. That hit a stick, I believe, Loba, and ends up going off the glass behind the net. The Jets can't clear it, but finally Kirby will get it out to center ice. Try to play it ahead.
They got a little breakaway. Nope, we didn't get it to him.
They've been a little off on their passes, too, have the Jets.
Yeah.
Sometimes in this game, Zimlich up in the middle to Loba. He'll work ahead into the zone. Loba. And it comes to the side of the net, and it was covered up.
Well, that's the second time Loba did that. He does it a third time. He's going to get a penalty.
I was going to say, we'll see if the referee. I think the referee's going to say something to him. I think he went over and gave him a little talking to. Just a couple of words.
Right.
But technically that's a slash.
Yeah.
It's a slash whether the whistle's blown or not. If the goaltender has it covered. Here's Dorley, a shot
that's
right
a good
on.
Shot.
Saved by Foster. Rebound.
Goal! Went off the guy.
Yeah, it went off a skate. I think it might have gone off of our guy's skate.
Yeah, I think they might give it to Ibis the goal.
But we'll see. We'll be able to tell. I think you're right, though. It was there. It was one of the two.
That's what we needed. Okay, here we go. That's what we needed.
A bit of a fluke, but we'll take it. So right off the face-off, the shot by Dorley goes into the corner, and Whitrock went to it. And just plays it in front, and, it's their guy. Went off a Scott's skate.
Yeah.
Kicked it right into the net.
Who gets credit for the goal? Will it be Ibis or will it be
No, it'll be Whitrock.
Yeah.
Whitrock will get the goal, and assuming they do it correctly, Whitrock would get the goal, and Dorley would get the assist for the original shot. There could have been another one, except Whitrock was also the guy who won the faceoff.
Yeah, I didn't hear the answer. I didn't hear the announcer.
I don't think they gave an assist, but they should have given one to Dorley.
Right, and we can't look at it in the point streak, so it is what it is.
I remain relatively unaffected.
I know you do. Joe, we've been doing this for about 12 years. Well, more than that. If you count, I didn't do the first tournament, so when Sam was a freshman, but so for about 16, 15 years we've been doing this together, and you've never been affected by it.
And you're always obsessed with the numbers.
Every year it gets more.
Shouldn't you just let Zach deal with that?
And this year it's going less.
I thought Zach was your numbers guy.
Yeah, he is this year. That's why I said it's going less.
That's what I'm saying. You should just.
I can't ask a parent every week to say, will you tell the guys? So this year it's different, so we just got to deal with it. Oh, almost again. Oh.
And in front, and that one never got through, but the Jets here dangerous. Well, they've gotten a good start to this period.
Yeah.
Shot by Albertson, who's, by the way, out there with Briscoe.
Yeah, that's what I figured he was going to do.
And they play it off the sideboards and up ahead, and here's Lang trying to work in. His shot was wide. Patterson chips it behind the net. Lang again. Try to get it to Bothwell. That one never got through to him, and now here's Kaufman with it. He'll come up from behind the net. Just played it up on left wing. Albertson did get it by Bothwell and up to Pryor on left wing. Tristan tried to get it into the zone. That was stopped, and Briscoe will go for a skate.
This was Briscoe and Albertson was the defensive line he used in preseason. I was kind of surprised when he came out with Albertson and Maddox yesterday.
So Kaufman up ahead, Pryor, and he played it up toward Lee, who's not really expecting the pass, and Riley back the other way. Riley has shot that, hit a leg, and now here's Brody Lee again. He tried to go across for Pryor, and that hit a leg. Long shot, and it's gloved down by Pedersen, and he will hang on. So we played 3:11 here of this second period. Jets cut the lead in half, 2-1.
You know, you got to remember we are missing missing Goody today, and we're also missing Deaver. So that, you know, when those two come back, especially Deaver next Sunday, it's going to change the complexity of this team a lot.
Yeah. Do we know much about the Blues this year?
No. Well, we played them in the quick, the hour game of preseason. I think we won both games, but that don't tell you nothing. Zim. Yes, there it is. There it is. Nice shot, Zim.
Cam Zimlich with a rocket over the shoulder and into the back of the net as Nathan Foster just kind of heard that one go by.
There's two of them. I told Emre, I said they had 5 unanswered goals. Maybe we can come back with 5 unanswered. Well, we got 2.
So we'll take a look. A drop pass by Hacker, and then that shot. And again, look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, he just really let this one go.
He's got a shot.
Obviously, over the shoulder and into the back of the net.
What's wrong?
Hard shot, and Gas Foster, he'd say, sounded like it.
Yeah. 2-2.
So the Jets have tied it up, and apparently the talking to in the intermission must have worked.
High stick on us? Huh, okay. Didn't see that.
Puck knocked down with one, apparently.
35. Is that Peterson, 29 on the JV? Because he doesn't have his jersey.
Yes.
He doesn't have his jersey yet.
Same as yesterday.
Yeah.
They actually have another guy today that is wearing another jersey. In his case, he moved up from JV.
Right.
And they have 2 of them on their team.
Yeah, because their new players don't have their jerseys.
Right. And so Peterson has 35 on, and Bieber is the other one out there.
Oh, okay.
Mohawk, he's one of 2 Biebers.
What number is he wearing?
I'm not 25, I believe.
Okay. Oh.
So here's
Caldwell
trying to work in. Long
low
shot.
Low ball. Oh,
right
my God. If he controls it, the goalie was so out of place.
Here's Zimlich again.
Oh, just
and
missed
that
it.
hit something, I think, on the way through and ended up deflecting wide of the goal.
Low ball, if low ball slows down just a half a step, the puck's right there, and the goalie's not even there.
Now, again, the puck wasn't exactly behaving for him. It would have been tough to stop, but either way, at any rate. All right, so 12:54 left to go. We're still just underway here in the second period. All brand new hockey game, 2-2. That gets past Makowitz, and Kirby will go back for it. So it's Kirby and Josh as a partner here. Up ahead, Dorley on left wing. He'll pull up with it straight away, a shot, put it wide of the net. Rebound, though, came off the active boards and came in front, but
There it is.
Somebody came in front.
Oh, Dorley's got to bury that. Oh.
And Foster managed to make the save as he pretty much shot it into his glove.
He did. He did. I'd have liked to seen D get that one. WD got to get that one.
So the score remains 2-2.
13-7 in shots. I didn't see we had 13 shots yesterday till like 4 minutes going to the game.
I was going to say.
So we're playing a lot better. We come out of this period playing, wanting to play hockey.
Off the face-off, the shot goes off a stick and out of play. And how do they put this out of the zone? There is no way. He didn't shoot that directly out. That had to have gone off a Mohawk player. That had to have gone off a Mohawk player. But he doesn't win the argument. Again, there's no way. Ibis didn't shoot that directly out and have it go that high. So it had to have hit something, but at any rate. In the meantime, Dorley will just dump it right in off the face-off. Mohawks look to break out up the right wing side. And Makowitz came in. Then a pass went off a skate. Dorley top of the circle. He tried to send it down low looking for Whitrock, but that failed to click. And Kirby will play it ahead. Whitrock. Now it's lost by him, and Bothwell got it out to center ice. Tipped in by Carney, and back for it Makowitz. Mohawks are changing. Kirby and Makowitz play catch with the puck. Now it's played up to Ibis, and he'll turn on the Jets and come from behind the net. Thing is that as fast as he goes, you're not going to be faster than players that are already behind you. And so he was double teamed, lost the puck, and then the shot was probably going wide, and Pettersson made the glove save and hangs on. So 11:37 left to go, second period. Jets and Mohawks tied at 2. Now it's good to see the Jets return the favor from yesterday and take away in this case a 2-goal lead.
Well, the thing is, we got to get the lead. We can't let them have it again.
Well,
that's
lots of game left.
Simple statement, right, Joe?
I would say so. Pearson Kaufman on the draw. Pierce gets it back to Riley. Bieber sends it down low. Then Pierce was checked by Briscoe. Kaufman tried to play it off the end boards, and that was stopped, but now Pryor couldn't keep it in. Then Pierce's shot was stopped, and Krugel, he tried to play it ahead. That one off a skate, and Briscoe will go for a skate in his own end. Sends it up right wing, but that is an elevated pass, and Krugel couldn't knock it down. Now ahead Pierce. He's got a man in front. Bieber went to wind up for a shot, and it went off of Briscoe's stick and never did get through. Now Bieber, sends it down low, and Pettersson covers up. And a little pushing and shoving with Briscoe and Pierce near the side of the goal. 10:53 to go, second period. Another offensive faceoff for the Mohawks here to the left of Zachary Pettersson. So there's a Peterson on their side and a Pettersson on our side.
Yeah.
Caldwell around for Hacker. He was able to stop the puck, but couldn't get it out. And Zimlich couldn't. And now Maddox, he lost it, got it back, and clears it to center ice.
There's the Maddox we know.
Dangerous, but he was able to make up for his own mistake. Here's Lobaugh with it. Oh, he has a man in front. Tried to get it back to Hacker. That was broken up. And now Zimlich in the neutral zone will play it across for Caldwell. Left wing in the middle off the stick of Hacker. It's taken by Lobaugh. Lobaugh near the dot shot. That one off the stick. Ends up back of the net. Mohawks play it up ahead. And a pass for Lang into the zone. Lang, he'll walk in front. A shot. Big save by Pettersson. He got the rebound as well. It's a nice play by Lang, who tried to go around him, and he stuck out the left leg and managed to get it on the puck. And then I think that was Bothwell who got the rebound. And so Pettersson keeping this a 2-2 game. Jets change up. Whitrock line out. And here's Caldwell around looking for Ibis. He deferred to Maddox. Maddox played it to the boards, and now here is Ibis. He couldn't get it out. Puck into the near corner. Lloyd tried to send it down low, and Dorley there for the Jets rings it around to the far side. It was knocked down again near the boards by Hansen. Got it past Ibis. Now Ibis again couldn't clear it out. Long shot. Probably is going wide, but a glove saved by Pedersen, and he will hang on. 9.5 minutes left to go. A lot more whistles in this period.
Yeah.
Jets will change up defense as Kirby and Makowitz come out, along with this Whitrock line. And off the face-off, puck comes loose. Oh, and
Jesus.
Ibis fanned as he tried to get it ahead, and the Mohawks keep it in the zone. Kirby around looking for Dorley. He does get it out to center ice. Medlin back for it. Oh, a good play by Whitrock to knock it down. Then he gloved it to the ice, but couldn't get a shot on goal. Makowitz kicked it ahead. It was kept in by Kirby. Kirby tried to play it in front. He was looking for Ibis. That never got through. Now Ibis does get it. Try to play it in front. That goes behind the net and comes out near side, and Pierce picks it up for the Mohawks. He'll just lift it in on goal. It was fielded like a pop fly by Pedersen, and then he left it for Kaufman, and now Dorley has it. Right wing pass, and trying to catch up with it is Makowitz.
He's got nobody with him, though. He's by himself. Oh, that should have been a trip. No call.
He just fell down, I think, more than he was tripped.
Oh, yeah, oh!
Big save by Foster on the
what
play.
What a great pass.
Yeah,
now they got a 3-on-1.
Way to see him. In the meantime, like you said, and
nice
getting back, and a good play
Kaufman.
by Kaufman to get back and break that up.
Those are the goals you got to score in a game like this.
Well,
get the momentum back. Right there it was. We've had two
Pryor
opportunities.
did do everything he was supposed to.
Oh,
That was
I know.
just a good save.
I mean, we've had two opportunities to score like that.
Just a good save, as it turned out, by Foster. Jets take over. Briscoe from back of the net, up ahead for Pryor on left wing. He'll get out to center and now into the Mohawk end. Just dumps it into the corner. Kaufman after for it, back of the net. He takes a hit. 3 players over there, 2 of them with white jerseys. Now a 4th player, and Pryor centers it, but Lee couldn't get a stick on it. Now Kaufman knocks it down near the boards. Comes back up to the point. It was kept in. It's a good play, at least momentarily, by Briscoe, and he keeps it in again, this time on the left side. Lee trying to get after the puck. Pryor had it hop over his stick, but gets it back, got it to Lee. Lee in the middle, and the shot by Briscoe was wide. Zimlich with a rebound, though. Top of the circle, he'll walk in front.
He's going too high now. Hit that one high one. Come a little lower, Zim. You got it, baby. You got it.
Missed the net, plays it in front for Lee. Then it comes loose, and Albertson is shot. And he missed the net, and it goes off the end boards and all the way back out to center. So here is Briscoe with it. Gave it to Zimlich, now defers to Albertson. I don't think he meant to, but that's how it worked out. And here's Briscoe. He'll work right up the middle. Left wing pass, Loba. Left it for Briscoe. Briscoe winds up a shot. I think he was looking for a redirect by Hacker, who didn't quite get a stick on it. He was in the area. It was quite a rocket of a shot, though. In the meantime, Zimlich. And he did manage to get on goal straight away. Left it on the right side. Hacker a shot that hit a stick and goes wide. Into the near corner. Comes out to center ice. Albertson will try and chase it down. He's got Lloyd on him. Played it ahead. Briscoe tips it out to center, and Pierce. Loba backhands it ahead, and Riley picks up the loose puck. Comes to Pierce, and he'll get it into the Jets end. Albertson has it there. Oh, made a sloppy pass, got away with it, and now he gets it and works out to center. Here's Albertson. Now it's 3-on-2. Albertson sends it across. Zimlich was a little behind it, then he turns and shoots, and a shot right on, saved by Foster. Rebound comes out right point.
Actually, I think the first one he was going to Hacker.
Yeah, I think so, but he didn't do it. And in the meantime, Zimlich again, and Hacker couldn't keep that one in on the bouncing puck. Now we'll dump it in. Jets are changing. So delayed offsides, they clear up. And it's taken by Whitrock off the sideboards and into the zone. Metlin. And that goes, I thought that went
up and away.
Let's see where they put this face off. I thought that one
Should be
See,
inside.
No, because it went off of a Jets player. But the last time when that happened, they didn't keep it.
Oh, right.
They took it out to center ice, which is what they So anyway, we'll get a neutralized face-off. Whitrock line stays out there. Out there with Dorley and Ibis. Comes out to center ice, Maddox. Up ahead, Dorley on left wing. He'll gain the zone. Just plays it into the far corner. Around back of the net, picked up Whitrock. He had Dorley in front, then Whitrock a shot.
Oh.
And a save by Foster. He's been busy here. Shots are now 15-10 in favor of the Jets. Puck right near the line. Lang will go ahead with it.
Uh-oh.
Now it's taken by Carney. Maddox over there poked it away. Whitrock got it out to center ice, and it's carried on by Ibis. Ibis pulls up near the top of the circle. Makes a couple of moves. He was checked, played it in front. Dorley had trouble finding it in his skates. Then it was center.
Dorley
again, a shot and a save by Foster, and he hangs on.
Come on, Double D. That's 2 goals you get ahead. Let's go.
Well, again,
he's in the right spot.
Yeah.
Just not picking that corner. Goalie's beating him.
Real credit on that play goes to Whitrock, who made a really great play to set him up in the first place.
Yeah.
So 4:28 to go, second period. 2-2 our score. Kaufman out there with Pryor and Krugel. Puck in the near corner. Mohawks come away with it off the glass, but kept in by Makowitz. Here's Krugel with it. Krugel on his backhand goes into the corner, plays it back of the net, now to the near side corner, and Pryor sent it down low. I think he was looking for Kaufman, but was too far ahead of him, and now they cleared out to center. Kirby there. Up ahead. Kaufman picks up the loose puck. Now Krugel gets it. Still in the neutral zone. He'll dump it in. That one goes off of a body. Krugel gloves it down. Comes back out. Right point. Shot right on by Kirby. Saved by Foster. The rebound was sitting right there for a minute. Now it goes into the corner. Play it up the far boards. And the Mohawks get it out to center. Kirby will dump it right back in. 3.5 minutes to go, second period. Kaufman pokes it into the corner.
He's got Pryor in front. Didn't see him, though.
Yeah, couldn't get him to pass. Yeah. And Krugel now in the corner. Got it down low. Kaufman this time
Pryor wasn't there again.
Yeah, it's interesting because Pryor actually kind of moved away from where he had been.
He stayed where he was. The puck was right there.
Right, so Kaufman kind of blindly threw it where he knew he had been, but he had kind of gone away from the play. Pryor gets checked. Puck comes loose into the Jets' end, and Makowitz up ahead for Krugel on right wing. He'll just dump it in. Back for it, Medlin.
Don't touch it.
Whew. Almost too many men for the Jets because Kaufman was going for a line change. His replacement had come on the ice, and then he almost went and played the puck, but then thought better of it and went off the ice. Hacker overskated, lost the puck, but good job by Kirby to keep that in. And then it sent the length of the ice by the Mohawks. Probably late on a shift, just trying to relieve the pressure there. 2:25 to go, second period. 2-2 our score. Well, like I was saying yesterday, if nothing else, they're keeping it exciting.
Exactly.
None of these running clock in the second period blowout victories like we saw at the beginning of last year.
Yeah, I don't see that happening this year. That was mainly JV too, wasn't it?
It was both. If you remember the first few games of the year last year, both sides, we had some, like after we had played something like 6 games, I think 5 of them ended up having a running clock in it.
What's it called? Albertson? Oh, here we go. Every time Elba gets in the box, it's a goal in within 30 seconds.
Cross check. And he does have a habit of doing those cross checks.
He should have got one earlier.
Yeah, we were watching if you remember on the first goal.
Yeah.
Instead of getting in front of the net, he was cross checking somebody down.
Oh, this is critical, Joe.
So, Jets looking to kill a penalty here. Ibis and Kaufman up front.
Maybe we'll get a shorty by Ibis.
Well, anything's possible. The Jets do send it the length of the ice right off the faceoff. Back for it, Hansen for the Mohawks. He'll send it up ahead, Bothwell. Now Medlin carries in, long shot, save Pedersen, and he'll just scoop it up and hang on. Minute 50 left to go in the period, 1:41 in the penalty, so the penalty will expire just a little bit before the period does. So right now the Jets probably figure they'll be lucky to go to the locker room tied. As Zimlich comes out. And a long shot was going to go wide, but scooped up again by Pedersen, and he will hang on. That went off the stick of Riley from the right point. So Zimlich and Kaufman, and Briscoe and Kirby. The penalty killers for the Jets. Zimlich got it to Kirby. He'll turn, plays it off the boards. Couldn't get it out past Riley, though. Goes into the corner. Poked to the far side. Briscoe up ahead, Kaufman. And he does get it out to center ice. Then he picks up his own puck, trying to work in shorthanded. He's 1-on-3, and it goes down. Forced to the side. It was a good defensive play by the Mohawks and Canteras. And the Jets break that up and send it the length of the ice. Minute 15 to go in the period. Minute left to go in the power play. Pierce sends it rink wide.
Uh-oh.
And it'll be taken by Canteras, trying to work in. Briscoe on him, pokes it into the corner. They try to center it. That hit the back of the net. Briscoe hit Pierce when he tried to clear it. So the Mohawks keep it in. 50 seconds to go in the period. Shot goes wide of the goal. Might have hit something on the way through. Pierce sends it. Now here's Scott in front, and Canteras couldn't get a stick on a good defensive play.
Oh, God. Kirby.
And once again, they lose it. Oh, and a little lift of the puck. He tried to go University of Michigan there.
Yeah.
Did Canteras, but Pedersen was up to the task, and he covers up. 35.2 showing on the clock, as you can see. What you can't see, 26 seconds on the power play. Actually, you can if you look up. There's just a bit of the scoreboard.
You can just see it, yeah.
So,
why can't we get it out? Thank you.
there you go. Caldwell sends it the length of the ice. 25 seconds to go in the period. Maybe one more shorthanded rush to tend with. Lang had it poked away. 15 seconds in the period. Tries to go up the middle, but it comes away to Caldwell. And they do clear it out to center. Penalty to Albertson's over. 5 seconds left in the period, and it looks like the Mohawks are content to go to the locker room tied. As the buzzer sounds, so 2 goals in the first period for the Mohawks, 2 goals in the second period for the Jets, and we are knotted up at 2 after 2 periods of play here at the Mason City Arena. So we'll take a break, come back for the second period intermission, show you the Jets highlights, and then the third period coming up. Who's going to get the next one? We'll see. Second period intermission after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Whoa. What are you doing?
Learning how to go see.
That's hide and seek? I found you in 2 seconds. Get out of there. If you want to win this game, you got to do a lot better than that. Right? Come on. Get in. Hustle. Now that's the way you play the game.
When Reuben Baylor joins Marshal Marion Daniels to investigate an incident of theft and murder, Rube is plunged into a world of dark deeds and black hearts. With the help of an abused and courageous young woman, Rube, Marion, and Marshal Adris Thibodeau head south of the Missouri line into the hills and hollows of northern Arkansas and take on an entire clan to see that justice is done. Suspicion of outsiders and hate for the government abounds, and the Marshals are much farther from home than the miles they've traveled.
Payback Trail, part of the Trail series by David R. Lewis. Available as an ebook at Amazon.com, Smashwords, and iTunes, and as an e-audiobook at Audible.com.
Go get that donkey. Hey, you're going the wrong way. Come on. We got slaughtered at musical chairs. We practiced this at home a million times. We are losing. I can't believe I missed Pilates for this. Get your own ride home, Missy.
Welcome back out to the Mason City Arena. Mason City, Iowa. Joel Becker and Gary Scabona here on Kansas City Jets hockey. Jets and Mohawks all knotted up at 2. It was 2-0 after the first period of play, and the Jets did manage to come back with a couple of goals relatively early on. The first one coming about a minute and a half in, as the Jets, and kind of a fluke play to get their first goal. We'll give you another look at it here, as the shot from Dorley was saved, and Whitrock got the rebound, and he tried to play it in front looking for Ibis, and it ends up hitting Scott's skate right there. You can see the puck go off of his skate and just went right past the goaltender. And the Jets at that point 2-1. They would tie it up a couple of minutes later, as Kansas City moving through, and the wicked wrister from Zimlich. Take another look at that one again, as Kansas City and Hacker ended up leaving it for Zimlich at the top of the circle. The goaltender had a good look at it the whole way. I don't know if the stick getting in front might have made any difference, but I don't think so. It was just a hard, well-placed shot, and got over his right shoulder and into the back of the net. And so that's how we got where we are right now. 2-2 our score. The Jets travel to Davenport, Iowa next weekend, as we have our 2 opening weekends on the road, playing Quad City next Saturday and Sunday. We'll have those games right here on JHN. Hopefully you're enjoying this YouTube live performance. You'll probably enjoy it a lot more, though, if the Jets could find the way to gain a lead and then eventually a victory. Right now it's 2-2. Our next story from David, a menu for Harvey. Third period coming up in just a bit here on Kansas City Jets hockey.
Hello, I'm David R. Lewis. Welcome to Theater of the Mind. We're going back about 3 decades for this Heartland memory. It was a time when people actually used a pen and paper to write something. Long ago, when I did a lot of freelancing for ad agencies and such, I spent a fair amount of my time sitting alone in restaurants. I didn't have an office outside my living room, so I usually met clients on neutral ground. Eateries. I was almost always early, not a lot, 10 to 15 minutes or so. Clients seemed pleased to find me waiting for them. It meant I knew how important they were. And they, because they knew they were important, were almost always late. Not a lot, 10 to 15 minutes or so. Consequently, I usually had about a half hour to kill, and I was usually killing it at some time other than mealtime, so the joint would be nearly empty. Here's a conversation with a wait person from one of those times. Hi, I'm Melissa. I'll be your waitress. Really? Who is now? Huh? Who is my waitress right now? I am. Oh, then you are my waitress. That's what I said. No, Melissa, it really isn't. Yes, it is. I said I'd be your waitress. Correct. That is exactly what you said. See? Melissa is now convinced I'm a little weird. I deepen the impression. Melissa, it's really good to see you. You doing all right today? Her face gets slightly blank. I'm violating customer protocol. Yeah, I'm fine. Wonderful. How may I be of service to you? Her face becomes totally blank. I've just delivered a knuckleball. She swings and misses. Huh? What can I do for you? Do for me? Sure. You seem to be a nice young woman. How may I be of assistance to you? She searches her training for anything familiar. Let me tell you about our specials today. No, thanks. We have what? No, thanks. I appreciate the offer, but I don't want to hear about the specials. Now I have sailed right past weird and proceeded to perverse. I smile at Melissa and she retreats a step. Gathering her courage, she tries again. Coffee? No. Tea? No. Something from the bar? Yes, please, an ashtray. She gives a little twitch and I continue. I'm waiting for someone. Melissa relaxes a bit. Thank God, familiar ground. Great, she gushes. I'll get you some water and a menu. Just the ashtray will be fine, Melissa. Just an ashtray? Just an ashtray. No water or menu? Not for me, thanks. You could bring water and a menu for my friend. Her eyes dart to the empty chair across from me as if she's looking for a large white rabbit. Oh, she says, visibly relaxing. That's right, you're waiting for somebody. Yes, I am. This time I grin at her. She skitters away as if being pursued by a ferret and sends another waitress over with the water and menu for Harvey and the ashtray for me. Melissa will not come near the table. I am just too strange. Within 60 seconds, I'm the talk of the whole joint. I'm just sitting. Nobody just sits. Everybody has something to drink, reads a book, flips through the paper, something. I am not doing anything. The other waitress walks by and smiles at me. I smile back. Unable to resist, she returns. Get you something? No, I don't think so, but thanks for asking. I feel a shot of sympathy from her. Obviously, I've been stood up, abandoned, forgotten. It's pathetic that even a poor devil like me should be treated so badly. To diffuse the situation a bit, I drag out a legal pad and begin to write. I try never to waste an opportunity. The loss of tension in the joint is remarkable. After a few moments, Melissa sends her back to see how I'm doing. Everything okay? Great. Everything okay with you? Sure, fine, she says, a bit quicker on the uptake than my old friend, Melissa. You writing a letter? No, it's a story. A story? Yep. About what? Melissa. Only I won't use her real name or tell anybody what restaurant this is. You're writing a story about Melissa? Well, Melissa will be in it, so will you. Me? Sure. Wow. At this point, my client arrives. She spots me from across the room and heads over. I stand and she gives me a hug and a kiss on the cheek. The other waitress is now excitedly talking with Melissa. My client sheds her raincoat and sits. Melissa is on her like a duck on a June bug, but having great difficulty not looking at me. For the next hour, Melissa hovers in the distance. Finally, Sandy departs, and for fun, I linger and write a while. Melissa is never far from the edge of my vision, eager to please. I can feel her concern for me like a stadium blanket draped around my shoulders. At length, I rise to leave and drop a couple of bucks on the table. Melissa hurries over. Thanks for stopping by. It was a pleasure serving you. Oh, Melissa, the pleasure was all mine, I reply, tucking the legal pad under my arm. You are a lovely young woman. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. As I walk to the parking lot, she pauses in the window and watches me all the way to the car. Not only is the pen mightier than the sword, it pretty much did the job on Melissa, too. At least, that's how it seems to me. I'm David R. Lewis. Thanks for stopping by Theater of the Mind.
Going back out to Mason City Arena, Joel Becker, Gary Scabona, Kansas City Jets hockey, Jets and Mason City Mohawks all knotted up at 2. Here in the second period intermission. As I said, we will be off to Quad Cities next week to have a chance to take on the Quad City Blues. We're still a couple of minutes out from the third period here. So be interesting to see what kind of team comes out. They certainly came out a lot better in the second period than in the first. So we'll take another break, and the third period will be here right around the corner when we come back. 2-2 our score. 17 minutes of hockey left to go from Mason City on the Jets Hockey Network. Stick with us.
The year was 1881, and young Reuben Baylor was making his way along near the Missouri River, finding work when he could and living the only life he knew. But when he come on old Arliss Height, beat to hell and near shot to death, Rube done what he could for him. He didn't know that act of kindness was going to wind up changing his whole life, but it did. Green as grass, Rube was a long way from being any kind of pistolier or shootist, but when Marshal Marion Daniels come on him and needed help with the Duncan bunch for what they'd done to Arliss, that tussle growed Rube up right quick. He stopped drifting, found friends worth looking up to, and a young woman that was right admirable.
Deer Run Trail by David Lewis. Available as an e-audiobook at audible.com.
Hey, Grandpa, could you teach me to play hockey?
Why, sure, my boy. You may not know this, but your grandpa was quite a player back in the old days. Why, we used to have winters back then, 40, 50 below it was. We'd go down yonder by McGillicuddy's old stock pond. Yes, sirree. And you couldn't walk there. Oh, no. You had to skate 5-10 miles through the snow.
You skated through the snow?
And we didn't have any of those fancy hockey sticks or pads neither. Just tree branches and a rock. That's the way it was, and we liked it. Now go get yourself a tree branch and come back here, and I'll teach you how to draw blood.
Never mind, Grandpa. There's gotta be a better way.
There is. Kansas City Ice Center offers Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes. For more information, visit kcicecenter.com or call Dean Nelson at 913-441-3033. Sign up today at kcicecenter.com.
That's the way it was, and we liked it.
Welcome back out to the Mason City Arena, multi-purpose arena. Joel Becker and Gary Scabona, Kansas City Jets hockey, Jets and Mason City Mohawks 2 apiece as we go to the third period. I would imagine the attitude down in the locker room was a little better after that period than it was after the first one.
A little better. We got 2 things to improve. We got work on this period, but we get in close. We've had 3 great scoring opportunities in close, and Foster's stopped during each one of us. So we have to get one of those by them and, take the lead and give ourselves a chance.
Obviously, the problem is we're too close to the net.
Obviously, yeah. Well, you got to remember, the first goal was a gift. They hit one off their guy's skate. So we need to take advantage of it.
And then the second one was really an individual effort. Zimlich just a wicked wrister.
Yeah, a little drop pass.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good play overall. But
I like to see him shoot a little bit lower now. With he's gone high, so he thinks he can beat him high every time, but he's not hitting the net.
Well, I was going to say he probably could if he would actually
hit the net.
Yeah,
exactly. So we'll be good. Here we go. It'll be a good game. Good period. Here we go. We seen the score yesterday a little bit, 2-2 at one time though.
Yeah.
Early in the second period, so third period is almost just like this.
So I imagine he will stick with the same combos that he had last period because they seem to work out relatively well.
Yeah, I don't see any changes in the lines this period for sure.
The other thing is that both teams seem like they did a little bit better of a job staying out of the box, and certainly not getting distracted.
I
wouldn't
say that to Emmer. He ain't happy.
Well, I know. I'm saying in that period.
Yeah, Alberson's cross-checked this.
Yes.
When I told him, we talk about it over the air, he cross-checks a lot. You know what I mean?
Yes, he does. Hacker trying to play that one forward. Now it comes to Lobaugh, and a nice little sweep check to break that play up. Just underway here in the third period. A backhand shot, Zimlich. That was blocked at the defense. And the Mohawks get it out to center.
Should be an icing.
No, they say no.
Oh, really? I'm
guessing they're saying that Makowitz could maybe have
played
it.
Yeah, Makowitz could have played that with his back to it. Yeah, okay.
So
that's what you say, then I believe you.
Yeah. Anyway, here's Ibis trying to work ahead. He does get into the zone. Zimlich was ridden off of it and back the other way. Here comes Bothwell. Bothwell will go after this loose puck, and Briscoe goes for a skate back of the net. Pulls up and looks to break out.
So they made a change in this line except Zimlich. No, yep.
And here's Ibis. He'll work in. Nice play that time by Medlin to break that up. And the Mohawks back the other way. Carney with it. He got around Whitrock, but eventually Whitrock catches up with the puck. And here's Albertson. Hayden overskated. Mohawks look to change players behind the play, and the Jets should be able to get themselves out of their own zone. And here is Briscoe working ahead with it, trying to go coast to coast. And again, they'll eventually catch up to you if you do that in this league. Puck comes out to center ice. Carney across. Pierce will dump it in. Goes behind the net. After for it was Ken Terrace. Couldn't get there first. Jets can't clear, but now on a second try. Albertson on right wing to Ibis. He'll work in. Try to use his speed on right wing. He's got Hubbard all over him, and Hubbard takes the puck away.
Couldn't get that tough angle shot off, or he did try to go around that time, like you said. He just couldn't. Hubbard had him covered pretty. Hubbard's a very good defenseman. So.
Well, and sometimes, guys like Ibis who have been able to use their speed to get around everybody for years,
right?
Sometimes have to adjust to that not being always the case. Here's Caldwell straight away, long shot, and that missed everything high over the net, but the puck loose near the top of the crease. Still loose there, and it comes back to the point. Caldwell, his shot goes off of Pierce's stick, ends up in front of the goal. Kaufman will send it into the corner. Krugel up the far boards, tried to reverse it back to Kaufman. That was broken up, and Maddox kept it at the line for a moment, but then it's poked away. Canteras trying to work in. Good job, Caldwell back, but then Canteras' shot. Pedersen made the save, left it for Caldwell, and he gets it across for Pryor. Now, here's Krugel with the puck. He was taken hard into the boards by Hansen. Now it comes loose, and Kaufman a shot, save, rebound, and low ball right on the doorstep. And Nathan Foster able to make the save and hang on.
Thought that was going to squeak to the foul.
Well, yeah, we had two chances there. The original shot and then low ball on the rebound. So the Jets will finish a line change, and Zimlich out there between Hacker and Lobaugh. Maddox and Caldwell, and Maddox with the face-off. The shot has hit traffic, never got through. Maddox sends it up the boards. That was knocked down. And after for it, Caldwell in his own zone with Bothwell on him. Caldwell just handed it right to the...
Yeah, he just threw it to a wing spot, and nobody was there.
Yeah, well, there was somebody there. Unfortunately, had a white jersey on.
Yeah, true.
Shot by Bothwell. That was blocked to the defense. Comes back to the right point. And then a good job by Lobaugh to tip that out to center ice. Jets and Zimlich picks it up. Hacker along the near board. Zimlich gets it and dumps it in. Lobaugh after for it. He and Medlin go behind the net. Lobaugh comes away with it, centers it, and unfortunately too hot to handle on that pass, and went under the stick of Zimlich.
Good idea, just hard.
Hacker up ahead. Lobaugh left it for Hacker. Top of the circle, a shot off a stick and off the end boards wide of the goal. Now Kirby pinches in. He activates from his point, and it comes to the near side. Whitrock over there, along with Hacker trying to work it free. Centering attempt looking for Lobaugh, but that failed to click, and now the Mohawks back the other way. We've played 4.5 minutes of this third period. 2-2 our score. Here's Ibis with the puck. Harrison works through center. Left it and passed it to himself. And a shot. Never ended up getting through into the corner. Distracted. I was trying to figure out if that guy's stick had its own lighting in it, or if it was reflecting something. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
little green. It's on one of the.
I've never seen a stick with lighting in it.
I didn't either. That's why I thought it was odd. I think it was a reflection. But anyway, here's Makowitz. He'll send it across. Dorley all alone and on goal. A shot.
Oh, Makowitz was right there for a rebound.
I think it hit him in front, actually. It hit something.
I mean, you're not going to get a better point blank than that by Doors.
So he's had 3 or 4 pretty great
he's had some great opportunities
in the game overall. Now he'll dump it in. Out of the net, Foster leaves it back there. Taken by Hubbard. Comes on the near side, and Albertson pinched in to keep it in, but again handed it right to the Mohawks. We've done that an awful lot today, and yesterday too for that matter, as they're going to ice the puck here. That you notice that, you know, our players will just be making either blind passes or even sometimes their heads are up and they just send it right to a player on the other team.
Yeah.
So, face off. And the Mohawks end. Comes back to Albertson at the point. Looking for a lane. Plays it in on goal, and that went off Pryor. Then a rebound. And Pryor shot, and I think Foster got a piece of that. Ends up back of the net. Gets past Albertson out to center ice. Briscoe will dump it back in. Jets tag up. Back forward is Hansen. Back of his net. Plays it up the far side. Briscoe activates from the point. Kept it in briefly, and then it goes off the glove of Brody Lee and into the Mohawks bench, so it'll come out to center ice. Under 11 minutes left to go in regulation time. Do you think the odds are going to have 2 shootouts in our first 2 games?
Right now, it looks good. Hopefully not. Well,
long way to go.
Hopefully not as long as we're ahead. Yeah, one year we didn't have any, remember?
Yep.
And another year we had the last game of the season, so you never know. And now we've had it the first game of the season.
So Albertson played it down low. Mohawks take over. They're going to send it down the ice. Not sure if this will get there. They wave off icing, and Albertson takes his man into the boards. It comes loose. Pryor sends it ahead, and they get it out to center ice.
Oh, we got a odd-man rush.
3 on 1.
3.
Briscoe in front for Lee. Lee an Angola shot. He missed the net.
God.
Missed it by about 3 inches on the far side. Jets will change players. 10 minutes left to go. Bothwell sent it in front. That was picked off, and Lobaugh in the middle for Hacker. He'll work in 2-on-3 with Lobaugh. Tried to play it toward the net. That was blocked. Zimlich, he couldn't get a stick on it. And back the other way, 3-on-2. Here come the Mohawks. Trying to work in. Bothwell with it. He left it, and it goes back of the net.
Why that way?
Why
that way, Caldwell?
Came in front. Glove saved by Pettersson. Went off his glove, but wide of the goal. Now Hacker with the puck. Plays it up the boards, but not out. And it's knocked down. Bieber trying to work in front, or excuse me, that was Canteras, and then they score.
That's just bad.
Nope. You know, when you fail to clear your zone a few times, that does tend to come back to bite you. So here they have the puck on the boards and they couldn't get it out. And then Canteras and then Pettersson and again followed it up, and there really just wasn't a whole lot of again defensive help, not just from our defensemen, but again you can't leave these guys all by themselves. So watch here again, a guy all by
Hacker's
himself.
way over here.
Right, and nobody followed
What's he going to do?
And that was Pierce, who just pounced on the puck and gives the Mohawks back the lead at 3-2. They at one time led 2-0. The Jets came back to tie it. Now it's 3-2 with 9 minutes left to go. So the Jets have their work cut out for them.
Sad thing is we really controlled the second part, most of this third period. One little bounce, you know.
Yep.
We break down defensively, and now we're down 3-2.
Well, and again, that's when you fail to convert on your opportunities.
Right. Well, we've had so many opportunities.
Yeah.
Dorley's had 3 himself.
Makowitz in his own zone. Ring it across for his partner, Kirby. Back to Makowitz on the near side. He kind of let it go through, thinking it was going to go to Ibis. Ibis couldn't get it out, though. And Bargan plays it in front. Makowitz will lift it, but it can't get it out. Now they do. But again, right to Hubbard. And he will reverse direction and a long shot in. Pettersson leaves it back of the goal for Ibis. Harrison plays it ahead, almost stopped, but now here's Dorley trying to work in. Devin on right wing. Sharp angle shot, missed everything. Good job by Krugel to keep it in, though. Then Kirby tried to go ahead. That was broken up and coming back with numbers the other way. Jets do a good job of getting back. Shot right off the post and right out. Boy, rang that one. You could hear it all the way up here. Could have very easily been a 2-goal lead for the Mohawks. And this is going to be a whistle as the puck goes into the Jets bench before coming back out. 7:31 to go in regulation time. And at this point, we're hoping for a shootout.
Yeah. We're hoping to get that tying goal.
At least we'll start with that. Maybe a go-ahead goal after that. We have seen goals come in pairs a lot of times in this game.
Yeah.
And yesterday, too, for that matter. Carney keeps this one in for the Mohawks. They play it up the boards. Krugel had it hit him and didn't really see it. Hubbard trying to keep it in at the point. Puck
you know, it's just funny. Yesterday, JV, I think, got 4 goals on Foster, and Varsity's only got 2. It's just,
yeah.
It's funny how games go sometimes with goalies.
Long shot, saved by Pettersson. He leaves it behind the net. Briscoe across for Albertson. Hayden around on the far side for Pryor. And you got to hand it to Tristan. He did a good job going back for that puck. If he waited for it to come to him, it never would have made it.
Stay in the middle.
Briscoe, he had a man in front. That was Krugel. Never could get it to him. Now he comes away with it, though, does Briscoe. Back out to the point. And Pryor, a long shot. That was actually off of something. Krugel, either his skate or stick or something. He ended up losing his stick behind the net.
He chipped over the skate.
Yeah, stick, yeah.
The skate, I meant to say.
And then a shot by Kaufman. That hit a skate in front. Mason City's done a good job of clogging up the middle of the ice, if nothing else.
They have.
And now working in Carney on right wing. A sharp angle shot misses everything and comes back out to center. Krugel trying to catch up to it. Puck along the near side boards. Albertson had stepped up, but then Bieber got it and dumped it in. That's a shot by Pierce. That missed everything as well. Medlin couldn't keep it into the point. Kicked ahead and it goes into the Mohawk end. Bieber with it. And this play a delayed offside, so the Mohawks have to tag up. That gives Briscoe a chance to get the puck. Up ahead, and Lobaugh does a good job to receive it, turn, and work into the zone on left wing. Lobaugh in front. He was looking for a hacker. He had his stick lifted. Couldn't really get a stick on it. Now the puck into the near corner. Lobaugh, and it comes up the near side boards, and they work it out to center ice. Maddox there. Gave it to Caldwell, back to Maddox. Now to Zimlich. He plays catch with Brent Maddox, who has the puck now and works up left wing. He'll gain the red line and dump it in. Goes after for it. Into the corner. They play it back of the net, and Medlin there. Medlin plays it up the far side, and we get a whistle. There's a penalty. And I assume it's got to be on the Mohawks because they had possession.
I think he just called high stick.
I don't know. He had his arm up.
No, he went like this.
I thought he only had one arm up.
Yeah, no, he went. He just called the high stick.
Okay. I think he needs to work on his signaling for that. So anyway, face-off, and that, I mean, where the face-off is, that is assume what it must have been was not a puck knocked down with a high stick. So in the meantime, off the face-off, the Mohawks able to work into the Jets' end. Here's Dorley with it coming up left wing. With Makowitz and Ibis. Dorley fighting through a check, tried to center it. That went off a skate. Onto the near side boards, and they play it up ahead. Whitrock knocked it down in front.
Oh.
Redirect just wide. As he was going for that for Ibis. That was intentional, clearly. Whitrock, who shot that wide intentionally looking for the redirect. He got the redirect, he just didn't redirect it on goal. If he had, it had been a tie game. Now here's Ibis again. He'll center it. Nobody there. Comes all the way back out to the point and took a funny hop off of the red kick plate. And so it comes out to center ice. Now it's tipped past Kirby and down low by, or sure who that is. That's actually Canteras.
Oh, that's a bad pass.
And now it's loose along the near side boards. Makowitz steps up, but couldn't get it, and Pierce will dump it. Briscoe, he changes a couple of directions.
They got 2 goals with 3 minutes going in the game. Let's see if we can just get one.
3:50 in regulation time. And it wasn't in the game because we played a whole overtime and they got 3 in the last regulation in the third period.
Regulation, yeah.
Albertson, right wing pass for Ibis. He'll catch up to it. Tried to get it in the middle looking for Kaufman. Couldn't get much on it on the puck. Now to go back into the Mohawk end. They clear it. Tipped. It was tipped from behind the red line. Now,
that was a bad call.
Yeah, that should have been icing anyway. He was making the motion that it was tipped, but you still have to be on the other side of the red line. But anyway, it actually works out okay for the Jets because they played it right through the middle, but Lee couldn't get there. That was knocked down with a high stick, and they wait for the Jets to get possession of it so they don't blow it dead. Jets couldn't keep it in the zone, though, and Briscoe. We're down to 2:54 left to go. We'll keep an eye on Zachary Pedersen, but still a little ways before they want to pull that trigger. Carney will dump it in after Fort Lang. He's taken to the boards.
The trip. Nope.
Yeah, Kaufman was tripped there, but they didn't call it. Then in front, Lang a shot. Pedersen the save. Rebound still near the side of the net. Pedersen was finally able to cover up on it and gets a whistle. 2:31 to go in regulation time. Shots are 18-21. The Jets with the 21, Mohawks with 18, but they trail it 3-2. Zimlich line out. They're due, I'd say. Off the face-off, Mohawks play it into the corner. Pierce trying to play it off the side of the net. It comes in front. And now here's Hacker with it. He'll work ahead. Left wing pass. Loba. Loba was taken down. There's going to be a penalty. This is going to be an interference call.
All right, we got to take advantage of it now. Come on.
It was one of those, chip and chase situations where Loba dumped it in and then he went around it, but he was checked. It wasn't really a bad, check or anything like that. He just didn't have possession of the puck anymore by the time he was hit. And so the referee decided to give the interference call to Emmett Riley, and it looks like the Jets are going to call a timeout to try and set up this power play. It is 2-0. I'm sorry, a 2-minute power play with just over 2 minutes left to go in regulation time. So they'll basically have the opportunity, probably starting out 5-on-4 and then going to 6-on-4 within about a minute or so, to see if they can't get this equalizer. You can see Coach Emmons there having the chat with the team about what he wants them to do. They have been playing with 3 or sometimes 4 defensemen out there on the power play, with 2 of those defensemen playing up. And then Zimlich, today anyway, has been on the point.
Oh, he's already pulling them. I thought he might wait a minute.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, they're only down by 1 goal. The only problem is that you can take pot shots at the net if you're the Mohawks, because there's no icing.
Right.
On the other hand, the positive side is you've got a face-off down in their end to start off this power play.
I thought he'd wait and see if we scored in the first minute.
That's what I would have done. I would have played a minute without it, 5-on-4. Because I wouldn't have wanted to take a chance that they would, get the empty netter. But
they can get around the face-off.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. And to be quite honest, the Jets have not been that strong on the face-off this weekend. We'll see if it looks like they're going to let Loba take it. He has been better. So 6-on-4 hockey, empty net. And Loba was able to get the draw. Maddox over there, and then it comes loose. And this is going to be close but wide of the goal. Again, no icing because they're shorthanded. 2 minutes left to go. Jets will look to break out. Zimlich with the puck.
Ooh.
Oh, he overskated. Couldn't get the puck to settle down on him. Kind of on its side. Now he does get it ahead in Loba. Up ahead for Makowitz. Makowitz gains the zone, plays it in the middle. It is knocked down. Maddox, and then a shot Zimlich. That hit traffic in front. Lang has lost his stick for the Mohawks, but he's able to go get it. Now here's Zimlich straight away, a shot, and a save by Foster, and he hangs on. That kind of pinballed around on the way through, but it just hit him right in the chest. And we get another face-off with 1.5 minutes left to go. There's 9 seconds of difference between the power play and the clock, so they'll get their player back with 9 seconds to go if the Jets can't go get a equalizer on the power play here. They win the draw again. Across, one-timer Albertson that hit Makowitz, and it's Canteris, and he is able to send it down the ice. Zimlich will go back for it. 1:15 to go. Zimlich up on right wing for Maddox. Maddox will gain the zone and left it for Makowitz. He sends it across, and Whitrock goes into the corner. Albertson. Now Maddox picks up the loose puck. Back to the point for Zimlich. Zimlich down low, and a backhand shot by Maddox, and a good pad save by Foster to keep him in the game. Now it's Albertson who scores. Hayden Albertson ties it up with 46.7 seconds left to go.
Yesterday they did it with 26 seconds. Today we do it with 46.
So we'll take a look here at a couple of tries as it comes back to the point. And he played it down low, a backhand shot. And then eventually it's going to be Lobaugh who plays it in front. And it actually went off of Maddox. Look at it go off his skate here. He didn't mean to, but he actually kicked it. He actually kicked it to Albertson. And then Albertson kind of the one-timer, and really nothing Foster could have done. And we are knotted up at 3, so how about that? Still 30 seconds left to go in the regulation time, and we still have an overtime to play too before a possible second straight shootout. We'll see what happens here in the last 25 seconds. Jets do have a little momentum at this point. We'll see if they can hang on to it. Obviously, Pedersen back in net. Makowitz, he overskated a little bit, but it comes loose, and now here's Krugel up ahead. Kirby, 8 seconds left, straight away shot, and a glove save by Foster.
What a great shot by Kirby.
So here's one, 6.2 seconds left to go. Would you have the balls to take your goalie out for the offensive faceoff?
No.
How much time would there have to be for you to do that?
10.
2. That's what I was going to say. I'd go anything less than 3, and I think I'd be okay with that.
2. Zimlich, can he maybe just get it right off the face-off?
So Zimlich, he tried to go ahead with it.
He tried. Backhand, go!
And Lobaugh scores with 1 seconds left to go. So how about that? The Jets get the go-ahead goal. We'll watch it from the face-off. He tried to go ahead with it, but it went into the skates of the other guy and then came to Lobaugh. He turned around and managed to go high blocker side. And landed Lobaugh.
Zimlich just got a penalty for taunting. That's all right.
Well, as it turned out, that won't end up hurting them with 1.7 seconds left to go. So, wow.
All right, we got to win the faceoff, though. Come on, Dorley.
2 goals in the last minute of the game. So, what a tale of 2 games.
Oh, my God.
They come back and get a point, and that's going to do it. The
referee just threw the puck down.
Yeah.
Say, I'm out of here.
And the Kansas City Jets get their first win of the season over the Mohawks 4-3 as they get 2 goals in the last minute of the game.
That's a
4-3. Yeah. Here's our play of the game. Obviously, it was the game winner. Face off, and Zimlich try to go ahead with it. Comes to Lobaugh, and he scores. Actually, we can even have a second play of the game, which was the tying goal, because that was also worthy of another look. As Lobaugh had lost it, but it came to Maddox. Jets at 6-on-4 here in this situation. And eventually, Maddox's backhand shot went wide, but Lobaugh, and it goes off of Maddox's skates to Albertson, and he put it in. And again, that was just such a. We had 2 goals of the 4 we scored that were just happenstance that they went off a skate. One of them was Scott's skate, and it went into the net, and then this one was Maddox's skate, and it went right to Albertson.
Yeah.
who was able to just swat at it.
Jets win with 2 goals in the last minute, 4-3. Yeah, great win.
Pretty amazing. So 4-3 was the final. We appreciate you joining us here on YouTube Live for this opening weekend presentation of Kansas City Jets hockey on the Jets Hockey Network. We'll wrap things up for this game, and then we will be back with you next weekend as well as the Jets travel to Quad Cities, Davenport, Iowa, to play the Quad City Blues. Final here today, 4-3. Kansas City wins it. They end up getting all but 1 point they could have over the weekend, so that's not so bad. There's 8 points up for grabs on a weekend normally.
Yeah, we got
7 of them, so that's not bad.
That's not bad, no.
And 4-3 the final. We'll see you next week here on the Jets Hockey Network.
Yeah.
Okay, what happened to your passing? You gotta support the puck. Do I have to tell you this? And we're getting killed on the boards. This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job.
Grimson.
Hello? Hi, honey. What? Now? All right. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Hey, it's my girl.
You know, my daughter.
Love. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.